Good morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you are listening to God, Sex, and Love. Your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. It is March the 24th, 2021, and today the topic is Don't Look Back. Friends, I woke up this morning. Yeah, I did not want to get up, y'all. I was tired, tired, tired. I think on one hand, it's like I don't know why it felt like such a strenuous day yesterday, but yeah, it was. I was just maybe I just was always on the go. I don't know if I went back to sleep after I did the juice. I can't remember, but basically, yeah, when I woke this morning, I just felt really tired. However, after just taking a little time to wake on up and everything like that, um, here I am, y'all. Here I am to do the juice. Um, I want to say I woke up or I paid attention to the time when it was 4:02. So I guess if you guys want to add that to you go deeper, you can. I believe that was 4:02. Look at those verses if you are so led to do. However, don't look back was something that um I did my prayer meditation and it was a great, great reminder of like that is the light, that Jesus is the light. And I thought that was beautiful, and everything like that. And then as I got ready to do my prayer, I mean my write down verses or whatever the case is. I want to say soon after I prayed, don't look back came into my mind, and then I looked up these verses, and I was like, okay. And yeah, um, I kind of hesitate to tell you guys another reason why this probably popped into my mind. Um, but I'll just say I make some observations. I put it like that. I made some observations um as well, like in my wake up process or whatnot. And um I mean, I know I've kind of chatted with you all before about this idea or something that was kind of revealed to me throughout this process of the juice and everything like that. Um, I want to say some months ago, but this whole idea of like looking at our past, right? Or not just looking at our past, but like how could I say? Well, the whole phrase about like, okay, if you forget your past, then you're bound to repeat it and all that stuff, right? That's the phrase. Um, but then I think I told you guys some months ago that I kind of questioned that idea just because, well, one of what the word says, and two, you just notice that a lot of the issues that come, or a lot of the issues that are being played out in the world right now are things that people are holding on to, things that people won't just let go, things that happened in the past that people just hold on to as a seed of bitterness. So it's not like looking at it as if, you don't want to repeat it or whatever. It's looking at it as if, and this is why I should be mad, or this is why I should be angry, or this is why I should not forgive, or this is why, basically I shouldn't do the things that God asked of us to do, right? So that's the thing. That's what has me questioning this whole concept of looking back and everything like that. So I mean, now far be it from me, like I'm just one again a human too. And I mean, sometimes I get that sometimes people, look back and I mean, well, okay. But I think there's a difference, y'all. I think there's a difference between looking back and like reminiscing and things like that versus looking back and like holding on to something, especially if it's negative. But I don't know if there's a difference to God, because His word says repeatedly not to look back, and it gives examples of like, I mean, what the perfect example is good old Lot, y'all. Everybody knows the story of Lot and his wife and everything like that. But if you don't, that's gonna be in the go deeper section. You guys can just, read that entire thing on your own. However, let's just take a look at it real quick. So Genesis 19 and 26 says, "But Lot's wife behind him looked back, and she became a pillar of salt. Now, again, you guys can read the entire story on your own, but I mean, basically, they was in Sodom and Gomorrah and all this different stuff. They was going down. God let them know that He was going to destroy the city and X, Y, and Z. So that's like a really rough paraphrase of what happened. But Genesis 19:17 says, "And as they brought them out, one said, 'Escape for your life. Do not look back or stop anywhere in the valley. Escape to the hills, lest you be swept away.'" Now, again, you guys gonna read this on your own, right? You're gonna read this on your own. However, um, you know, it seems here that Lot was warned, and his wife. I'm assuming that his wife was warned too. Now, I don't know if she just didn't get the memo, but this was the warning right here. Don't look back. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of things in the Bible that kind of has that same pattern of God literally being like, "Hey, don't do this," and then the people do it. So this is what I'm seeing here. Like it seems to me, if I'm gonna just my little human interpretation, right? It seems to me that they was warned beforehand. Don't look back. Don't, you know what I mean? Just keep going towards safety, X, Y, and Z. Don't stop, don't look back. And then she does it. And again, it's like, you do things and then it's like, man, you don't expect for there to be a consequence, right? But obviously there was a huge consequence, and that was she became a pillar of salt. Um, which I mean, you know, um, that's a whole nother level right there. um, yeah, yeah, no, yeah, because I was going to speak on that, but I mean, I'm gonna let that go. But basically, yeah, man, it's just something to think about in regards to this, because it's like when I guess for me, when I'm seeing in this message and in this verse here, it's just like God tells you to do something and then you don't do it. There's consequences, and you know, in her situation, it just was a swift consequence. Um, you know, so I mean, I guess thanks God for His grace and mercy for us and not in this season, um, and everything like that. But yeah, just something to think about in regards to this whole idea of looking back. Now, check out this, y'all. Luke 9:62. It says, Jesus said to him, "No one who puts his hand to the plow and looks back is fit for the kingdom of God." I mean, there's no better example, man. Like, okay, I mean, just imagine a farmer, plowing his field, but as he's moving forward the plow, he's looking back. Like, how is that helping him? How is that helping anything? He don't know where he's going. If he's looking back, he's messing up the field. Like, um, I don't know, that's something to think about, y'all. That's just something to think about right there. Now, Philippians 3:13 says, "Brothers, I do not consider that I have made it my own, but one thing I do, forgetting what lies behind and straining forward to what lies ahead." Sounds like an example of what we all need to do, especially if you're holding on to bitterness and unforgiveness and all the things that we should not be holding on to. At some point we got to let it go in order to grow, in order to move forward, in order to see some change and some differences in your life and all of that. So, yeah, I mean, I hope that encourages you and inspires you to, be reminded to not look back. I mean, goodness, like I said, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if there's a difference between reminiscing and being like, "Oh, the good old days when I was young," and "Oh, look at these photos." Like, I don't know if that's the same, right? Or what. I mean, obviously it doesn't seem like it's the same to look back on something fondly and then versus looking back on something with bitterness. But I don't know. But either way, the word here says for us to not look back. And so, yeah, y'all, that is the juice this morning. That is the juice. Now, the Bible verse of the day is Psalm 27:4. It says, "One thing I have desired of the Lord that I, no, excuse me, one thing I, I'm going to read right. I desired of the Lord that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord and to inquire in his temple." Um, I could tell y'all probably why I got that wrong or why I was getting it wrong. Basically, in my mind, as I read that verse this morning, as I was writing it down, I just was like, man, what a beautiful, beautiful description. Like, what a beautiful sentiment. Like, and it made me think, like, do we think like this? Who talks like this and who thinks like this? Like, this is what I desire of the Lord, to be in his presence and you know what I mean? Like, my goodness, what a beautiful description. And I mean, uh, that's what I have to say about that. You guys can let that marinate yourselves. Now, friends, I hope y'all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration and juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye bye. Well, Facebook, YouTube, that's it, man. That's it. That's all, folks. um, UN, what's up, UN? Thank you so much for the love, man. I appreciate you. You know that. You know that already, brother. You know that already, brother. um, yeah, shout out to Shade Tree. Um, appreciate you too, man. Appreciate you too. Um, yeah, man. Again, I hope that this just encourages us today. I don't know if we are holding on to anything or, you know, whatever, but I hope, again, this encourages you to not look back. Keep looking forward, y'all. Um, I believe even in spite of like all the things that's going on, y'all. There's some crazy things going on, man. Like, man. Okay, so I'm not on the podcast right now. So this is the after show. This is the after show. Oh Lord, do you want me to, well, you know, brought it to my mind. I guess I need to speak on it. My goodness. I was horrified last night. um, long story short. Long story short. So basically what had happened was okay. Well, I told you I had like a long day yesterday. Like you know, I don't think I went to sleep. Next thing I know, my son's up. I'm doing all the morning stuff, and then I ended up recording and all this and doing all this little stuff throughout the day. Then I ended up going to like help someone out to, do some stuff, right? So then on the way back home, I went and stopped to get us something to eat because we've been in the mood for Waffle House. So we we went to Waffle House with it, or I went to Waffle House to get us some food. And while I was there, whatever, I'm sitting there talking to my husband, and I'm just sitting in the car waiting on the food to be made and all this stuff. And I just happened to, I guess I'll go ahead and shout it out. I went to Angela Stanton King's Instagram. She shared like, so she, to me, she shares a lot of information that, can just shed light to things that are going on in our community, as well as just things that are going on in the world that people may not be aware of, or they just seem to be ignoring, or whatever the case is. So she shares a post. I don't know where she got the post from. The I didn't listen to what it was saying. I just saw it, right? So basically, in this video, there's this. Maybe she's a teenager. I might give it to her if she's a teenager, even though what I saw, it don't, like, anybody in their right mind should not be doing. But however, it was a teenager and some little boys. I'd probably say they was maybe like 6, 7, 8, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like they weren't babies, but they was like, you know, whatever. Some little boy, about 3 or 4 of them. So I'm gonna keep it real. This is God Sex and Love, y'all. So I'm gonna keep it real. So this young woman, I don't know if she was a teenager or young, like 20s. I don't know, because she looked older or whatever the case is. This girl was in the bathroom with these little boys twerking. So that already, like, I was already freaked out by that. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, even if y'all are playing like y'all rapping or whatever, y'all like, whatever you doing, like, what? Why are you twerking in front of these little boys? But then it got worse, y'all. Then it got worse. The girl decides to pull down her pants with her thumb. Now, obviously, she must be live or something too, because she must have been live. Like, I don't know, on how about on Twitter? She must be, maybe she was on TikTok or Facebook Live or something, because she was like, this is like a live video. You can see people commenting and whatnot. So not only she's twerking or whatever, then she pulls down her pants with like, and just is twerking in front of little boys with her thong on. And I'm saying, like, who in their right mind would do it? Like, why would you be doing this? Like, what is going on with this world? My goodness, little boys, and you what? I mean, if you were your teens, but even still, you should have enough sense to not do that. Like, that's another level. Like, I was not ready to see that. Like, and I was telling my husband, I was like, you know what? I probably could have lived the rest of my life without seeing that. Like, that was, it's just a testament to where we are in this world. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, this whole thing when it comes to the kids and stuff, like, man, leave kids alone. Like, I mean, my goodness, this is crazy. Like, why would you do that? But anyway, so yeah, so in spite of all the things that are going on in this crazy world, y'all, there's crazy things going on. Yes, yes, yes. Like that, as well as crazier things, in regards to, the evil things that people do. You see every day, like, different things, evil things people do. And it's unfortunate, it's sad. Um, but in spite of, y'all, we gotta, just knowing that God is in control, knowing that, I guess those of us that has eyes to see and ears to hear, that, I guess we can find peace in the word of God, in spite of all the crazy things that's going on in the world. I guess that's the message for today. Y'all. And I apologize if I just horrified you or freaked you out by hearing that. And I mean, I don't know if you need to go see it for your own eyes to know that there's crazy stuff happening like this. But anyway, yeah, that's something that happened last night. But I'm gonna let that go, y'all. I'm gonna just try to move forward, not look back. Now, you know what I'm saying? Take my own advice right now. And yeah, just trust God that, in the end things are gonna get better. And yep, that's all I have to say about that. Friends, I hope you guys enjoyed this whole situation today. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.